Craig returned to winning ways this afternoon, 46-6 win at Hunslet. Can you give us your post-match thoughts, please?
Yeah, pleasing, mate. Really pleasing. I think there were aspects of that game that, particularly towards the end of the game, where I thought we were, pretty clinical in some of our executions of our plays. We knew the first 40 minutes were going to be crucial to this game because the last three games Hunslet have played, they've been within a score at half time, and then the game's sort of gone away from toward in the second half. So we knew that we had to be pretty decent in that first half to make sure that we stuck with them, and fortunate for us, the process were pretty decent, apart from the early score that we conceded. But other than that, I think the process was pretty decent. It took us into half time in a decent position.
After we did go behind, great character from the side to obviously get back into the game and then, as you say, lead at the break there. So how pleased were you with that response?
Yeah, definitely. There's been a lot of times this year where we've not coped well under any sort of resilience, and we've broken too easily. And showed a little bit of that a little bit of resilience last week against Featherstone. Conceding two quick tries, but then coming back and winning the rest of the half 4-0. So there was some signs there last week. But yeah, it's just pleasing. I think it certainly helps when you've got Matty Marsh's back in now, Joel Farrell's out there now on the edge as well. So you've got two massive attacking threats there, and also defensive threats with Faz, the way that he puts his body on the line as well. So we've missed some significant players this year in key positions for us, and when they're back out on the field, we look a different proposition. But it's just unfortunately too late for us this season.
Plenty of try scorers across the field this afternoon. So just how pleased we are with everyone getting involved this afternoon.
Yeah, mate. I think when they went down to 12 men towards the end, we did what we've done too many times this season. You try and score on play two. You try and go wide on play two, and sometimes when you go down to our team goes down to 12 men, you've got to dent them first, and you've got to go through them rather than play around. That's what the team that's down to 12 men want you to do. They want you to try and play around rather than go through. And once we got our heads around that, I think we completed the first set that went down to 12 men. But after that, we were pretty clinical, punched holes down the middle, and then pulled the trigger around the back when we needed to do that. So I think that was a pleasing aspect of the game as well.
I can imagine now, final league game of the season next week, Barrow come to Steel City Stadium, but as I say, it's one that we can try and enjoy, try and replicate what we've done today and get another 2 points, can't we, sir?
Yeah, definitely. It's about finishing the season in as positive a manner as we possibly can. We know it's been a real tough, miserable season for everybody involved with the club, and it's a win today, and if we can back that up next week with a similar performance and a similar result, then yeah, it's ending the season on a little bit of a high, but it doesn't paper over any cracks that have been there this season. As I said last week, we're recruiting pretty hard, and we're putting plans in place next season to make sure that we're as best prepared as we can be for the new championship competition.
And just on a final note on today, Blake Broadbent didn't come back on after the first half when he went off. Is he all okay?
We're not sure yet, mate. He's going to have to go for an X-ray. I think he got a bit of a unintentional hip drop tackle. I think as he sort of half broke through the line, the defender tried to tackle him. I think his weight's gone on his ankle, say unintentionally, but these things happen in a contact sport. So he'll be going off for an X-ray, and we'll see how he is. But if he's no good or 70% fit, there's no point risking him next week just for the sake of one game. We'll give him the rest that he needs and get him back for pre-season.